What about, and I'm only asking because, and obviously your views are not as short term as what's happening in the market today, but asking because this is one of the sectors that is getting beaten down at the start of the week. IT as a pack is down over 2% as we speak to you, Venkatesh. And there's so much that is a question mark around the US growth story and all of that from the perspective of these IT companies that have revenue exposure there. How do you play that space?
So specifically on IT, we believe we really like a couple of companies there. One is obviously TCS, and the other company which we really like there would be KPIT. So these are two companies which we are very, very constructive about for the current year. Now, you did mention about the dichotomy between short term and long term, which is something which you brought up. See, in January, FII selling has been unrelenting. So if you pull up the charts for January, out of 22 out of 23 days, we have seen FII selling, and FIIs have sold around $8.4 billion. The selling has continued in the month of February so far. It's another, say, $3.5 billion of selling. I think there was a little bit of excitement in the second half of last week. But I think on that particular day when FIIs bought, it was basically buying the Bharti block. So I am not sure whether the FII selling has ended. So while the economy is doing well, while your earnings are kind of rebounding from the trough, there are still a few technical factors which are actually negative over the short term. And that makes us very, very wary about the short term. One is obviously the FII selling. I believe you people would have also noticed the fact that in the month of January, SIP inflows have been a little bit on a month-on-month has been slightly negative. You would have also noticed the fact that new SIP additions, net SIP additions, which is basically new accounts added minus the accounts closed, are actually negative in the month of January. This is the first time this has happened in the last 12 months. The correction has continued in February. We will not be surprised if again the net additions are negative. And now, why is that happening? Over the last 12 months, SIP returns across mid caps, small caps, and large caps have turned negative. So we are a little worried about these technical factors playing out. While economy has started kind of looking up, earnings growth has bottomed out, and now it will start looking up. But there are these technical factors which worry us a lot about the short term. But over an year or 2 years time frame, we believe that India and the Indian stock markets is in very good shape.